I've heard lots of sermons on the seductiveness of wealth. Beware of mammon. Heard lots of sermons on how difficult it is for a rich man to get into the kingdom than for a camel to go through the eye of the needle. But I have yet to hear a sermon affirming as a spiritual gift that unique ability God has entrusted to certain people, they're in our churches, who create wealth, which is to say they create jobs, which is the wellspring of our economy. It's the source out of which all of the rest of the jobs of a society flow. It's the source of economic stability in what we know of as shalom. That is a sense of well-being, of goodness, of healthy life together, which, if it's not economically healthy, it is not a healthy life at all. And so that is one of the underdeveloped theologies presently of the Christian church. Nobody does wealth creation or job creation better than the entrepreneurs in our country. We do it instinctively. We're a country of entrepreneurs. As a matter of fact, our small and medium businesses that are formed every year constitute 85% of the new jobs in our economy every year. 50% of our economy, of our GNP, is in small and medium businesses, SMEs, call them. And those people are sitting in our pews. Where we have been spending ministry energies, both here and abroad, is in services. And so our mission trips and our service projects are people who have responded out of their heart. They want to go and help people in need, and they go in and do all kinds of wonderful services. The reality is that you cannot serve people out of poverty. You can improve conditions. You can increase an educational level, or take some doctors in and increase their health care. And so there are important services, but that doesn't move people out of poverty. The only thing that moves people out of poverty is a job, period. And the job creators are the wealth producers that are sitting in our pews. We ask them to support our missions trips and our service projects, but we seldom ask them to go on those trips. But yet, they are the very ones that could create for-profit businesses in those depressed areas that would create the kind of jobs that are needed to move people out of poverty. A friend of mine in Atlanta is an importer of furniture, and he imported a lot from the Pacific Rim, got frustrated that quality control issues and timely shipping, and he said, I can do a better job of this myself. And so he went to the Philippines, got some land, and set up a furniture manufacturing operation there. That was 10 years ago. I saw Bill at a Christmas party this last year, and I said, Bill, how's your business going over there? And he said, it's going well, going well. He said, it's hard work, but he said, we're doing well. I said, how many people do you have employed now? He said, about 4,000. I said, man, I said, that's got to have a real impact on that region. He said, yeah, we've got three different manufacturing plants set up now, and he says it's created at least that many auxiliary jobs, ancillary jobs around our business. He said one of the things we had to do is provide health coverage because our our workers were coming with tropical diseases, and we found that we could treat those pretty inexpensively with certain drugs, and so provided health care. It's just good business. And he said women were coming with their little kids. You can't have little kids running around the plant. So he said we needed to start some daycare, and so some of the older children were not going to school, and he said that's not good for anybody. So we started scholarshiping our employees so they could send their children to school for 12 years. He said it's having a pretty dramatic impact on the way business is being done in the Philippines. He says it's just good business, but he said in terms of ministry, he said we've started 3 churches over there, and the reality is one man with economic instincts, with the ability to create wealth, recognized that it was a spiritual gift, and it has changed an entire culture. And so the poverty needle is moving dramatically out of poverty toward a more abundant life. And if you took a busload of wonderful missionaries, wonderful service-oriented people in there to work for 10 years, you could see some improvements, but you would not see economic development. It takes the ministry of business to bring about a sense of well-being, a sense of shalom in a community. I believe that it's time to begin theologizing, developing a biblical theology that embraces wealth creation as one of the special gifts of God given to bring about shalom in our world.